Hey, Foxden Heuntz here, and welcome back to more Endless Space 2. We're doing a new player guide, so sit back, relax, grab a snack, and don't forget, you might want to yell screen. Last episode, we found our first diplomatic screen. And then we also had pirates. Yay! So quite a few things going on. We also started to make friends with a neutral faction. And there's one thing, it's not important at all. But if you are very curious of what a star system might have, like, hey, I see this. I don't know what is here. If you hover over your icon, your little mouse thing over the star, it'll tell you what type of star it is and what kind of planets you might get. It's basically flavor. It's there to be pretty. It honestly doesn't really do much because you can always just like zoom in and see. Oh, hi. Ooh, cool. Very pretty. Yeah, you can just zoom in and see what they will be like. But it's kind of cool that there's like a Dyson sphere, and you can actually see what it looks like. This is an actual artificial star, so someone made it. There's also a lot of binary stars too. They don't do much, but it's actually just very pretty. Art tech-wise, we're doing planetary landscaping, so we wanted food. Vega will have 2 turns until we get Xeno Industry up. Yedex is getting more food, and that's what we were very worried about. And it will grow in 4 turns and be set. Vega also will be in 2 turns, having ourselves our next Zavali, and we'll be able to look at what the gene splicing is. Otherwise, it's a nice, peaceful turn. This guy can move again? Actually, he can't. It'll say he could, because he used all of his probes. And you can just like set him on a path. And that will take that up. Or you can just like skip it. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so we finished the food. Now we're doing bionic shielding for more curiosity. Yeah, so Yedex did get its food. Now it's down to 4 turns instead of 7. So that 30 something, 35, 31 food that's coming in is helping it grow. Right now we are already at 300 food. We get 22 a turn. We're gonna get 50 in like 2 turns. So yeah, it will grow when this gets in there most likely. 1 more turn for them. Yay. And we met the Pilgrims, another minor civilization. Oh, and this actually goes out, so that's interesting. So there's the Pilgrims. Click them and we can see what they are. They're very science-based. Oh, that's wonderful. That a lot of the new factions we're finding are very science-based. So first contact is always free, and it'll go up by 1. And then you can praise. It's going to go up by 3 for 10 turns. So I'm just going to do that 1 praise because I do want to get them at least past that point of 25 to get some goods from them. That's going to be population, science, and money. This is going to end our turn because there is nothing more we can do. We are colonizing our next planet a little earlier than normal. That is because we finished the Xeno Industry. That gives more production per planet, and I want that extra 10. Then I will go to some food. You know, cerebrality would be really nice for that gold, dust, and science, because it's a really nice chunk. You know what? We will, and then we'll go right into food. We can now splice our population. So we have enough Zavali to splice. If I splice the genes, we'll get 2 happiness and 1 science per Horatio. So we are going to do that. It consumes the population to include its gene splicing effects to your population. So we're going to do that. So the Zavali have been spliced. But now we have 1 science and 2 happiness every single time. It did hurt our population a little bit, but that's okay. So we're happy. Growing. Analytics will grow next turn, and it will also have that happiness and that science early on. So you're going to move next turn. You can see where your goal is. So next turn, no. 2 turns will be past that. I'm like, math. Math is awful. There's really not much. It's really not much. For your hero, so we were using our hero to expand and get some experience. Whenever you build a building, they'll get experience points. And over time, turns they do get experience, but as they build things, they do get their... Every building does give them more experience. I think next time I will go with... To get to the next tier, you need to have 3 skills unlocked. No, 4, excuse me, sorry. Use skill to get to 4. 0 unlock this, 4 unlock this, 8 unlock this tier. And then once you get to 12, you can do the next tier. The highest tier of a hero. That's going to be the case. I think I will go most likely optimal, because that's going to be pop and production and population, or farming. And the next problem will be Tekken, but we're not going to have them be our next place. Okay, now backtrack the past. So this is another cooperative quest that needs us to do atmosphere curiosities. If we get some influence, some titanium, and some dust if we get to first place, or just extra titanium. Guess that will be a thing. That may or may not need that. Oh, we found where he's expanding to. Okay. He's really expanding out. Alright, so we're going to have an election soon. So latest surveys in appears ecologist. So everyone's going for the ecologist at the moment. So elections do happen. They happen so it's happening every 4 turns. I think it's every 20 turns a new election will occur. Again, elections are by buildings. And you can see how it goes. So we're really high, went down, and now we're going back up again. Science tent. And tells you the ecologist. So building food generates support, happiness, support, recruiting ecologist heroes, assigning ecologist heroes on systems, diversifying population and constructing civilian vessels, and then quests and events. So if you want to force a party, just pay attention to that. And now we're cordial. Got a new colony. Someone's discovered the academy already. Wow, that was quick. 1 turn and this guy completed. Didn't even get a chance to do anything with that. So I'll move that back down. Yeah, sometimes quests can go really quickly. Alright, so Armador. Now that we had that past that 1 tick of 25%, they're giving us 10 science per turn, 3 manpower, and 5 dust a turn. So being friendly with the minor civilizations is really helpful. Is really helpful. Alright, you got Yedix, our first civilization or colony done with, and it's building our Horatio. I always go drone networks first. It's always my first building in a new system. And I'm just gonna let this get some population before I settle. I'm going to want to get to 5 pop, and then I'll start selling our next system. So now we're not making enough money. That's because Yedex does cost 20 from the star system improvement. So that is just having a colony base does give us 50 happiness, 35 food, 25 production, 2 influence, and 10 food, 2 manpower. It also costs 20 upkeep. I don't have enough upkeep to afford another station at the moment. That's why getting the Sweet Reality will help us be able to afford our next colony. You might see manpower going down. That is because every system has a base manpower limit of 200. So 184 will be going to Yedex every turn till this gets 200. This allows enemies from not instantly capping your systems. Alright, found Kiris, which has a pirate base here. It also has 5 planets, and that's really kind of nice. Desert some Arabs. That's actually a really nice system. It's all basically medium planets. Found Coral Reefs and Team Spirit, a little battle tactic. Also, doing some events will get you some quests. Like here, analyze a plan. Spend 10 science. Increase the scientist plurality, but in 20 turns we'll find a free technology. And you know what? That's fine. For 100 science, we get free tech. I wouldn't take that. Because each tech is basically, this one is 195, so it's 200 science. So 100 science to get 200, I will take that. That's really great. Hey Raven, hi go. And we found some deciduous trees. So we're gonna go down. I could launch some probes, and I actually will. Launching probes lets you see what might be out here. We kind of want to see what's out here, because we know there's going to be more civilizations along these branches. They get 3 turns, we'll get his next colony. Oh my god, there's pirates already coming to our main system. Yikes. That's not going to be good. What's the strength at? 32 attack, 67 defense. We have a 32-55. Alright. We have 2 probes and a gun. By the way, I love the designs of these ships. They're so beautiful. We might have to make a military ship early on, because the pirates are coming to attack us, and that is kind of annoying. Also, we can get this ship running so the pirates don't attack it. Alright, sometimes you might have to make a military ship early. To do that, you click this create to start a new design, and you can select the type of design. So you can have a colony ship. Very cool looking. And yeah, you can customize these. Or in this case, the Explorer. It can only take 1 weapon. So I am going to go with lasers. Alright, so building a ship is kind of rock, paper, scissors. You have missile tech for weapons. Missile, laser, projectile. Projectiles defeats missiles. Missiles defeat lasers, and lasers defeat projectiles. You can think of it that way, but it's really not going to be the case. Lasers have their own setup. You want to look at the damage per second and their critical hit, but also where their ranges are. They're better at long range. You're going to want them more on defensive ships that aren't going to be engaging. or do defensive strategies. Really, military warfare is pretty complicated. So what I go with is pretty simple. If I know our enemy is going to use more missiles, I will do flat cannons that break up missiles. Otherwise, I go lasers. I don't touch missiles. Missiles, I really do not deal with at all. Maybe I might do one ship that specializes in it if I know my enemy does not have flak cannons, because they do a lot of damage. If I know they're going to have flak, I will not do missiles at all. There's two types of armor. One is basic plating, which gives you a lot of health and projectile defense, or shields, which gives you energy defense, not much health. So if you're going against enemies that have a lot of energy-based weapons, you will want basic plasma shielding. How do you know? Actually, I want to save this. How do you know what your enemy's going to do? If you click this ship, it'll show you. To the right means they are energy-based. To the left means they're projectile-based. Above, the first line is their attack. So this pirate is actually an energy-based pirate, which is kind of shocking. They're usually physical-based. And the lower number is their shielding. Are they going to be physical or electrical, energy-based? Since I know that, I'm going to go back and head to my ship. I'm going to take off one armor and make it a shield. Now we have a little shield cone around us. Why? I want the extra health just in case, but also the shielding would be nice. And since I know they are laser based, I'm actually going to go with missiles. So it gives us the most overall damage. And now we gotta build it. So 3 turns. I'm going to focus on getting just one military ship up. And then we go to tactics. So tactics will decide how you're going to fight in what lanes. There's 3 lanes of fight, or you station your fleets, and that'll tell you where they're going to fight, from long range, medium, or short range. As you can see, we have Turtle, Power to the Shields, and Plasma Distortion. So that means they're going to be more long range fighting. And on the farthest lane, medium. Turtle is everyone's going to get close as possible. And Plasma is close, medium, and long range. And it'll give you different status. So this Turtle gives us 25 extra hull plating. Power to the Shields gives us more shield absorption. And Plasma gives us more shield penetration. We also got quite a few more tactics that we got from quest lines. So you can get more hull penetration, gravity, take trophies, get more gold and signs, get more influence, gain more gold per lost CP. So if we lose ships, we'll gain gold. Life pods, 50% lost crew, or 50% increased damage due to morale effect. Take trophies is really nice early on, and I think I'm going to take that. And you can change your tactics every 10 turns. So CP is your command points. See the little dish icon? If I could hold this, I would, but it doesn't really show up. But it's this one right here. That tells you how much command points. You can also see it right here. That's command points in the fleet. This shows how much command points each ship has. Early on, you can only have 4 command points, but you can increase that over time to like 22, 24. And that means you get much bigger ships in your fleet, or much bigger fleets. So if you defeat them, we'll get 30 gold and 10 science. And that's why we do that early fighter for. And yes, I always, as I said, go more energy based than anything else. So he was attacking us, and now he's running away. They cannot fight us too long, so they're not going to deal with it. I'm Since I know he's retreating, I'm going to move this back down. But we do have one stage, so I can pull that up and try and get that completed as quickly as possible. This ship stays here because it's just running away. And we'll enter. They got Kurt, so they got the 3 systems. Okay, another new quest. So we can do information, searching, or mapping. They'll give us, once we complete, new things. So this does give us probe microfactory, so we get more probes. Let's go for systems outside your constellation. We get the scavenge scoop. And I love this reward. I always take the scavenge scoop because it gives us more just base movement points, but also those movement points go farther away. A very good tech. It's like a guaranteed, I'm just taking you. Well then. Sophons have really colonized really quickly. I might want to go to Wasat just to have this in our control. Alright, our first election. So you have official support. Over time you can get different types of supporting for how you want a faction to go. So I can support the religious if I wanted to. I want to keep supporting the ecologists right now. But you can see what type of lodge you will get over time. So the base is Righteous Fury, more influence. Military, they give you more for the military stuff. Industry is really nice because it's 25% of industry spent. For any construction, it's converted to dust. Science gives you more science and cheaper tech. And pacifist lets you get more gold, but also allows you to make peace. While the ecologist gives us that 50% happiness, and we can colonize every system. We can officially support the ecologists. Let's give you a breakdown of your systems and who supports who. Vega, 3 for ecologists, 1 for religious. And Yedex actually gives us 1 industry, 1 science, and 2 ecologists. Now we got cool copies. So we get 2 extra food per person, as well as 25% luxury usage. Now, amicable. So this law. If I take this, it will cost us 10 and have 8 upkeep. We actually reduce 9, so that's kind of nice. But cool copies does give us extra food per person. And I'm actually going to take that because we need the food at the moment. I'm going to pass that law because we need a food. We need that food to grow. And that lets us colonize Hummel even quicker. And it grows 40 food a turn to 300 population. So not as much, but it is very nice. I don't get much production from this system, so you can grow networks up, and then the Xeno industry will be really good because it's a fertile planet. In Vega, we'll colonize and then into Cerebral. And getting that deciduous trees into our empire will be very, very nice, as well as each person gives us 8 production. And 6 dust for science. Only 2 food though, so but getting those deciduous trees will be muy bueno. Oh my. Look at all these anomalies. A cop is a very nice planet system. It's like really very pretty. I would really want this one. We can't get that just yet, but eventually we will. So I'm going to look for all these, for signals and ruins first. So we found a population. And free pop is wonderful. You have super spuds. Oh, there they are. I'm like, where's the free pop? There they are. So we got 3 free pop. It's gonna take a while before they get to our system, if they ever do, but that'd be really good, quick growth. And you're gonna actually stay here to pop all these anomalies. But for now, Foxies, I think we'll end it here for today. Not much has gone down, but this is getting us success. I definitely need to get Hommel up next turn to get our 3 systems, because you do want minimum 3 systems. Oh my god, look at that, our science went up heavily because of amicable. My faction is an ally to a civilization. That hurts us a little bit because they get special actions. I would love to system. But I don't know what type of quest they'll give me. But that 30 science is wonderful. I only keep doing that one, but I think I'm going to go to xenobiology so we can get more signs early on. Okay, Foxies, till next time, if you're enjoying this, smash that like, and I'll see you in the future. Have a good night. Peace, alligators.